Hello, everyone. We have reached Holy Saturday of our retreat. It is kind of amazing to believe that we started this on Palm Sunday and we are here now. We have one more day until the resurrection. And so today, on this Holy Saturday, it is kind of all about waiting. I don't have a specific speaker for this day, but what I do have is a little snippet of Father Tatro's homily from Holy Thursday, where he actually talks a little bit about Holy Saturday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that video for you, and then I will come back after that video and talk just a little bit about that to send you on your way.
Saturday is kind of the forgotten time of the Triduum, but I love to celebrate on Saturday the silence, the stillness. And it's not just a silent and still time when you're like, oh, enjoying the peace of it. It's the silence and the stillness of a mystery that is impossible to fully unwrap. It is a mystery in which we are sitting in an unknown position. We are positioned to not fully understand or to grasp it. As Peter said, or as Jesus says to Peter in the gospel, you do not yet understand what I am doing for you, but you will. And I think when we get through this very strange and unique time of human history, we will look back and there will be many lessons that come to life. There will be many understandings that as we walk through, we did not see. Just as the apostles probably sat in Saturday's stillness, wondering what was to come for them. What would be the next steps for them? How would they possibly carry on? But they were sustained, they just didn't know it, to be prepared for the joy of all joys on Easter morning. When the joy was far beyond what they could have possibly have hoped for, what they could have themselves set up to be, it just blew them away.
So, kind of like Father Tatro said, Holy Saturday is a day that's all about waiting. I think for me, this is the most Holy Saturday I've ever had. Just because of what we're currently experiencing in our society right now, we are literally all in a period of waiting. So I feel a kinship, I think, with the apostles and how they might have been feeling. We're all waiting, and we know that God's victory is coming. We know it's coming, but today, on Holy Saturday, we still must wait. Today I would just recommend to you that you embrace the silence and the stillness. Sit in the silence with him, because I know right now these days are really difficult. There's a lot of reasons they're difficult, but he is here too, even in that difficulty. Think about like the darkness of Holy Saturday. We talked a little bit about how on Good Friday there were these 3 hours of darkness between noon and 3. And Holy Saturday it's a still darkness. It's the darkness of the tomb. Jesus is in the darkness of the tomb, and we are right now this year, 2020, Holy Saturday, like in our own type of darkness. I was thinking also, kind of like Father talked about, a little bit about the apostles. Jesus had told them, with his words, Jesus has told them that he was going to die and then 3 days he would rise, that there would be a resurrection. But I wonder a little bit, like, did they really expect it? Did they really expect a resurrection? Did they expect God to rise and bring new life and enter back in? I wonder if they hadn't given up. I wonder if they hadn't decided that they needed to figure out a new plan, what they were going to do, because the people had killed their leader. And so they decided that they were going to take things into their own hands, create their own path, figure out their own way of doing things. And this year, I wonder if we aren't a little like the apostles in that way. What we're experiencing right now is a mess. Everything's a mess. But I wonder, and I pray, and I hope, and maybe this is something you can pray about too, but I wonder if we haven't also given up a little hope that God is in control of all of this. When everything feels so out of control and we're getting told by this side and this side and that side what to do and how to live right now, if we've lost a little hope that God is in control and an expectation that he can and he will come and transform this. Most importantly in all this time is how he's going to transform us personally. A couple days ago, I think on Wednesday, we talked a little bit about right now, there's very little we control, but the one thing we can control is ourselves, how we're spending our time, how we're reacting. And so I want you to think about if that's kind of the thoughts that you're bringing into this right now. Do you know and believe in your heart that God is in control of all of this, that he is in control of your life, in control of the world, and he can and will come, reclaim, restore, renew, transform this into something very good and beautiful? Sometimes that space of Holy Saturday, that space between death and life is really uncomfortable, and it's a little lonely. I know I've been feeling that. I live by myself in this very small apartment. I've actually had a really hard time finding new places to video these talks for you every day because it's pretty small. And it gets kind of lonely. So I've had to lean on talking to people and lean on my time in prayer because this space between that horrible news and when new life comes is uncomfortable and long. But the one thing I'm doing, the one thing I've got going for me is that I am clinging to the hope of the resurrection. I am clinging to the hope that new life is coming. For us, in the liturgical season in the church, new life is coming tomorrow. New life is coming so soon. Right now, in the world, we don't know when it's coming. And we are in that uncomfortable waiting of the apostles on Holy Saturday. And so that's the thing I want to leave you with is, which way are you leaning? Are you an apostle that is freaking out and concerned because your leader is gone and you're starting to try to figure out your own path and what you're going to do, and you're trying to take back control and take things into your own hands? Or are you living with the hope that the resurrection is coming, whenever that might be, that he promised he wouldn't leave us alone, that he would come back and restore us and give us new life? So I'm going to leave you with that. This is the only video for today. Tomorrow is Easter. Tomorrow is the last day of our retreat, and I have two really amazing people coming to talk to you tomorrow. So tune in for that, and I wish you such a good day when we await to the resurrection tomorrow.